Chess. It's a game of strategy. It's a game of skill. It's a game of patience. I remember when I learned how to play chess, I was about 10 years old. My dad taught me how to play chess on a little chessboard, pulled up my little chair next to his table, and he set up the pieces. He explained to me where they moved and how they moved and a little bit about strategy, and we started to play. About 15 minutes into the game, I had no idea what I was doing. But my dad pushed his king over. And he said, when you win, you say checkmate. Checkmate! I won! I beat my dad. Didn't really beat my dad. He let me win. But he gave me confidence to understand that chess is a game where you have to know how the pieces move and about strategy. The Federal Reserve right now is playing a chess game with the US and the global economy. And the tool they're using is interest rates. You've all been watching the news. You know interest rates are rising. Mortgage rates are rising. What that does is it contracts the money supply. Because of the pandemic, a huge amount of money was put into the money supply, over $2 trillion. And that money has to come back out of the money supply to bring inflation down. Exacerbated by the supply chain, which is still an issue. China and their COVID policy, which is still an issue. Ukraine-Russian war, which is still an issue. But the main thing that's happening here is that we have to bring inflation down, and the tool to do that is to slow growth. The challenge, the strategy, the chess game is, will that push us into a recession? The equity market is a forward-looking entity. We've already priced in a lot of this pain. We all feel it. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes you uncomfortable. I understand that. And the pain probably isn't over. There's probably more volatility in the future until the Federal Reserve gets to that point where it slows down the economy, and eventually we will go through a recession. That's the business cycle. You've heard me say many times, we watch the business cycle and what's going on in bonds. The third quarter was very difficult for equities and bonds. The 2-year Treasury note is out now at 2.43. Sorry, I got to say that again. The 2-year Treasury note is now at 4.35%. That means that eventually rates are going to continue to rise, but at some point they will stop. And the rates will come down because the Federal Reserve needs to stimulate the economy. That probably will be in 2023. Now, your portfolios have become more defensive over the course of the year. And the last time we rebalanced, we did some things that made them a little more cushioned with the downturn. But like I said, when you see your statements, the third quarter was a difficult one. Patience and keeping an eye on your long-term goals, your long-term financial plan, and letting the market do what it's going to do. So I congratulate you for sticking to your plan. Having trust in the system, and as it works its way through, this is the way the economic system works. As always, if you have questions or concern about how we're managing your portfolios or what's going on in the world or the economy or how to play chess, give me a call. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless.